We're going to keep looking at our climate zones, and as we do, our different climate regions, as we do, I'm going to read this page, and then we'll take a look at this map. So in this model, with just 3 zones, it's a little too simple. It doesn't show all the variations in climate. The most important factors to define a climate zone are the average temperature and the amount of precipitation throughout the year. Think about our analyzing the graphs yesterday. That's what we looked at, temperature and precipitation, or the water that's coming. Let's look at a more complex model that has 12 climate zones. We will look at those zones in North America. So as you look at this map, North America is a big place, but there are, the world as itself is much larger. We can see 12 different zones here. It's pretty amazing. We've got tropical wet, which we saw yesterday. Tropical is a very hot area. A tropical wet and dry, which would be that lighter green. So we've got tropical wet. We've got tropical wet and dry. In the desert areas, we have hot arid, arid meaning dry. So these deep reds are those hot arid zones. And then this intercontinental semi-arid. Now there's a lot of vocab going on here. I'm sorry, interior continental semi-arid. Interior means on the inside, so it's the inside of our continent. Semi means partly, so partly arid, and arid meaning dry. Science sometimes can be like a foreign language. We have interior, continental, semi-arid, which is all of this kind of yellow area. We also have a temperate area with dry, subtropical, sub meaning below, so below the tropic region. We've got a few of those way down there. We've got humid subtropical, which is going to be those slightly more humid, the moisture in the air where it feels kind of sticky. And then temperate marine, of course, marine meaning the water. So those are going to be areas near the coast. And we've got some of those all up and down the west coast of Canada and the United States. The subarctic, sub meaning below, so those areas just below the Arctic, Arctic meaning at the top of the world or the bottom of the world. And of course then we've got the humid mid-latitude and then the subarctic areas. So we've got this humid mid-latitude area and then we've got the subarctic. Lastly, the Arctic, these high altitude, which is meaning the mountainous areas, and then we have these white ice caps. So we've got a lot of different areas. Of course, the United States is going to be right here in this humid mid-latitude. Think about our summers. It does get quite humid where we are. So this gives you an idea of a much more diverse selection of climate zones in the United States. And if you've ever traveled in the United States or North America, you would know the weather can vary greatly from one area to the next.